Hello, my name is John and I'm here to invite you to come kiss Hank's ass with me.
Pardon me? What are you talking about? Who's Hank, and why would I want to kiss his ass?
If you kiss Hank's ass, he'll give you $1 million. If you don't, he'll kick the shit out of you. Hank is a billionaire philanthropist. Hank built this town. Hank owns this town. He can do whatever he wants, and what he wants is to give you $1 million. But he can't until you kiss his ass.
That doesn't make any sense.
Who are you to question Hank's gift? Don't you want $1 million? Isn't it worth a little kiss on the ass?
Well, maybe, if it's legitimate, but I'm curious. Do you kiss Hank's ass very often?
Oh yes, all the time.
Has he given you $1 million?
Of course not. You don't actually get the money until you leave town.
Why don't you just leave town now?
You can't leave until Hank tells you to, or you don't get the money, and he kicks the shit out of you.
Do you know anyone who kissed Hank's ass, left town, and got $1 million?
My mother kissed Hank's ass for years. She left town last year, and I'm sure she got the money.
Haven't you talked to her since then?
Of course not. Hank doesn't allow it.
What makes you think he'll actually give you the money if you've never talked to anyone who got the money?
He gives you a little bit before you leave. Maybe you'll get a raise. Maybe you'll win a small lotto. Maybe you'll just find a $20 bill on the street.
What's that got to do with Hank?
Hank has connections.
This sounds like some sort of bizarre scam.
But it's $1 million. Can you really take the chance? And remember, if you don't kiss Hank's ass, he'll kick the shit out of you.
Maybe if I could see Hank and talk to him so I can get the details directly from him.
No one sees Hank, and no one talks to Hank. That would be ridiculous.
Then how do you kiss his ass?
Sometimes we just blow him a kiss and think of his ass. Other times we kiss Carl's ass and he passes it on. Carl is a friend of mine and he taught me all about kissing Hank's ass. All I had to do was take him out to dinner a few times and give him 1/10 of my money.
And you just took his word for it when he said there was a Hank, that Hank wanted you to kiss his ass, and that Hank would reward you?
Oh no. Carl has a letter he got from Hank years ago explaining the whole thing. Hank dictated his word to Carl and told him that if you kiss his ass, he'd give you $1 million when you leave town. Hank also told Carl to tell us that we should only use alcohol in moderation, that we should kick the shit out of people who aren't like us, and that we should eat right. Hank told Carl to write down that he dictated this list himself and that the moon is made of green cheese. In the dictation, Hank told Carl to tell us that everything Hank says is right, that we should wash our hands after going to the bathroom, never drink alcohol, and to always eat hot dogs on buns, with no condiments. Hank also emphasized to Carl that everyone should kiss Hank's ass or he'll kick the shit out of them.
I thought you said no one gets to see Hank.
Not now, but years ago he talked to some people like Carl.
None of these things make sense. Where do I start? Firstly, what sort of philanthropist kicks the shit out of people just because they were different?
It's what Hank wants, and Hank's always right. I know for a fact because Hank told Carl to tell us that everything Hank says is right, that we should wash our hands after going to the bathroom, never use alcohol, and to always eat hot dogs on buns, with no condiments.
You are insane.
Don't be silly. Hank dictated the list himself, and besides, he said to use alcohol in moderation, to eat right, and to wash your hands after going to the bathroom. Everyone knows those things are right, so the rest must be true as well. Are you stupid or something? Don't make me kick your ass. In the name of Hank.
But you said that Carl said that Hank said to not use any alcohol, which contradicts him saying to use it in moderation. Plus, you said that Carl said that Hank said that the moon is made of green cheese. That is clearly wrong.
There is no contradiction in Hank's dictated truth. He just clarified his earlier stance. And besides, have you actually been to the moon? Do you really know what it is made of, or do you only have faith in scientists and astronauts and such?
I'm not really an expert, but not personally knowing what the moon is made of does not make it cheese. Even scientists are not sure how the moon was formed.
Huh? You just admitted that scientists make mistakes, but we know Hank is always right.
We do?
Of course. Hank told Carl to tell us so.
You're saying that Hank is always right because he told Carl to tell us so. That's circular logic, and it is no different than just saying that Hank is right simply because he says that he is right.
Now you're getting it. It is so rewarding to see someone come around to Hank's way of thinking.
But, you said. Oh, whatever. Never mind. So, what's the deal with hot dogs?
Hot dogs belong in buns, with no condiments. It's Hank's way, and anything else is wrong.
What if I don't have a bun?
No bun, no hot dog. A hot dog without a bun is wrong. Good Hank. I don't even like talking about it. It's disgusting.
So a big pile of sauerkraut with some hot dogs chopped up and it would be out of the question.
That's disgusting. Only some sort of evil deviant would eat that.
Actually, it's quite good. I eat that all of the time.
If I'd known you were one of those putrid blasphemers, I wouldn't have wasted my time. When Hank kicks the shit out of you, I'll be there, counting my money and laughing. I'll kiss Hank's ass for you, you bunless hot dog mutilating kraut eater.